my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? So I like to explain real quick. I don't think I've done a reading for you before. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. I try to describe the picture the best I can. They never waste their energy. There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. So if it doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind, because you'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will describe it for you or validate it for you later and go, oh, I know what he's talking about. They tell us what we need to know, not always what we want to know. And this is not an exact science. Sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit, because they don't give me all the details. And so we communicate the best way we can. He should give me just enough so you'll understand what he's talking about. I always have people ask questions. Doesn't mean they're going to answer them. It's his show. I leave it up to them within reason. Like I said, they tell us what we need to know, not always what we want to know. So I leave this. I let them run the show. All right, let's talk to Alvin. He's coming in with kind of a little bouncy, just a little bit of music kind of going along there, a little bit of bouncing to the music. He calls himself a cool cat. Cool cat. He said he thought he was a ladies' man. He says, but you know what I found out? That's not the most important thing in life. But it sure felt like it for a while. And then we grow up. He said I still had some more growing up to do. I know. I played the field. I played too much. So I don't know if he's talking about when he was much younger or his whole life. I don't know the area because he's not saying. Neglected my responsibilities. Like I said, he may not be talking about his whole life. It's up to him to specify. But I was a good person at heart. Should have done better by the, say it again. Should have done better by the ones I love. He kind of shrugs his shoulders and goes, I don't know why I didn't. He just says the word selfish. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Something about a band. Something about a band. I don't know if he's got drumsticks. I don't know if he was in a band and he played drums, or if he just really liked going to watch bands, being around bands, music. I know that sounds a little vague, but I don't like being vague. He's trying to get him to elaborate a little bit. Liked going out dancing. Liked to have fun on the weekends. Footloose, carefree. Just like that scene. You too. I know how he feels. He's not making excuses. He's just stating he just liked it. He says you are a handsome young man. Chip off the old block a little bit. You have a bigger heart than he had. You're more down to earth. You have more common sense than he had. He's very proud of you. No thanks to himself. You are your own man. And you should be very, very proud, as I am. Don't get too serious about life. It is what you make it. It's your choice. Make it happy. Don't dwell on the past. He's talking about a direct line. Direct line, but I don't know what it's a direct line to. You have a direct line to him. So I'm assuming what he's talking about is, I promise you 1,000%, he can hear you, he can see you. You can talk to him out loud. You can talk to him telepathically, just in your head. You don't have to talk out loud. I deserve everything you say. I hear you. Let me carry the burden. It's mine anyway. Tell him I love him, no matter what he thinks. Tell him I love him. Don't go down the same road. I don't know if he's talking about him being a hypocrite or you being a hypocrite. Something about somebody being a hypocrite. Take the kids out for ice cream. One vanilla, one chocolate. I don't know if this is something you've recently done, something you were thinking about doing, or something he's just suggesting. Make a difference in someone's life by spreading love. Don't wait until you're old and cranky to look back. At least he's going slow for me. He's breaking it up. And to look back and say, I wish I would have done that. Do it now. Why not? Don't leave at the end of your life and wonder why I did what I did, the way that I did it. Do it now. Make it right now. He doesn't make it right now. He means make it right. Make it right. Make it correct now. You've got the brains and the know-how. Get rid of the anger. Let it go. It's only going to weigh you down, make you bitter. He said herald, and first I thought he meant like hark the herald, calling, heralding something in, but he might, I think he's talking about a male, and we stink at names now, don't know why. So he's talking about a male, so it would be at least a male with an HHA name. Older, seems to be older, not 100% on that. Older than you, anyway. He's not saying why he mentioned that name. He used to wear a very definite, different smell, different, I want to say hair product. Could be a cologne, something that was a little, not that not everybody wore, something different. I hear Old Spice, that's, everybody wears Old Spice. But something that if you walked through a store and smelled it, it wouldn't be on every single meal you walk by. You will smell that. You can be in your house, you can be in your car, you can be outside, you can be in the store. It doesn't matter where you're at. When you get that whiff of it, that's him stopping in to say what? I love you. I'm proud of you. Just checking in. So make sure when you smell that you validate him, you acknowledge him, tell him you love him if you want to. Ask him to bring you more signs if you want to. That's your free will choice. You don't have to. He says you've already smelled that before. He says he's also been around and you've gotten this, he says warm, fuzzy feeling. I don't know what a warm, fuzzy feeling he is supposed to feel like. That's what he's saying. And everybody feels the energy difference. I don't know exactly how you're going to feel it. He's saying warm and fuzzy. So, how do I describe that? You just all of a sudden feel an overwhelming sense of love, comfort, ease, peace. Just a good, down home, calm, no anxiety feeling. And it should envelop you kind of like a cloud. Usually that's the way it comes in. Or you might just feel it extremely strong on one side. I know there's been a couple times when they've brought in this overwhelming sense of love, and it was so awesome that I've never felt anything like it down here, and I just cried. It was so beautiful. So different. if you, okay, he says, so if your anxiety kicks up, if you feel you want to, ask him to help bring that feeling over you, surround you with it, cover you in it, help calm you down. And whatever he was good at here, you can ask him for help with. Now, they can do things you wouldn't believe what they can do. So I always tell people, if Uncle Joe didn't have a pot to piss in, don't ask Uncle Joe for financial help. So whatever your dad was good at here, and you need help with something like that, ask him. You don't have to ask him out loud, just ask him, and then give it a little bit of time just to see what kind of doors open, see who all of a sudden calls you. They can nudge people, they can shift energies around, they can do all kinds of things, but you have to ask because they cannot override your free will choice, and then you have to allow it when it does open up in front of you. My guides are always bringing me good stuff, and then I go, yeah, no, I don't want it. And they go, Rhonda, we gave you all that good stuff. What is wrong? My poor guides go crazy. So it's totally up to you. He wants to make up for things he didn't do. Happens. I thought he said happen, Happen, but I didn't hear anything else. And if they throw a word out, I'm going to throw it out too. I think he's trying to sing. He's kind of humming, but he's kind of trying to sing a song real soft, and I can't quite catch it. Something about if you see me walking down the street, he says, walk. I can't tell if he's singing "Walk On By." There's a song like that. What is that? I'm not quite catching the tune, the music part of it. I want to say like Supremes or somebody from like way back then. I don't know how old he would have been. He's mentioning something, but he's showing me something like a blanket, but it's a cherry color. He's using cherry, not red, cherry color. Something like a blanket or an afghan or a rug or something. He's got it kind of laying down, but it looks more like it's some kind of blanket or afghan.